Game face.
Game face. No time. Hello, it's Don. All right, we're working on the Panga. Again, working on the Panga. So we've got the IO hole filled up. It's done. I got a little bit of fairing compound in there. He said it didn't take much. We'll come back and gel coat that before it's all said and done. It's time. I've got the rub rail off. We're going to cut the transom out for the outboard motor now. And you can see I've got this rough line here. This is roughly where the motor's height's going to be, 25 inches. And this is the center line as we come off of the only true spot. This is a 45 corner, so I came right down to here where it's 90 degrees on the transom. Came across, and this is my center. But to find the true center, we got to find the true center off the bottom of the boat. And this is important because, you know, these things, they're built production facility, and maybe they had it all squared up. Maybe they didn't. So what we got to do here is I'm going to measure from two different points on the boat. I'm going to measure from this corner, and I'm going to measure from this corner. And I'm going to take a distance that's supposed to be the center of the boat. And I'm going to come up, so I'm going to start high up here, and we're going to, I'll just hold this with one hand. But I got my friend Danny here to help me, because this is a two-person job. To hold this and mark it and know you're getting it straight is not the easiest thing to do. Okay, so there's 39 inches. That roughly crosses up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a measurement that we know is close, and we're going to cross an arc on that. And then we're going to go to the other side, and we're going to take that same point, and we're going to come across, and we're going to arc this way. And where my two arcs cross is going to be my center. And we'll do that corner to corner up high. We'll do it corner to corner down low. And then we're going to come in to the next straight line here. We're going to do it again. And we're going to make sure everything works out. And that's going to find us our exactly true square, our true center. We'll mark our line up off of that. We'll take our square line off of that for the motor cut. You know, just come straight up off the bottom. And in this case, we're going to cut it right past where the old seats came off, right down. May come in on a little bit of an angle. Still torn on that one, not yet, but for at least now, we're going to have the marks. Okay, here we go. We're going to start measuring. You can see how all this works out. Try not to sit my fat head right in front of the camera. All right, so we're getting Danny. He's going to hold the tape measure. He's going to hold it on that outside corner. And what I'm going to tell him is, Danny, hold it on that corner, and I don't care how you hold it, as long as it's the same on both sides. All right, he's got the corner. I'm up here. I'm going to come all the way up to 47 inches. And I got just a pencil with a sharper point on here because I want to be pretty accurate with this. And I'm making my pencil mark right on that 47, and I'm coming down on an arc. Okay, and while he's right here, we're going to come back to the inside one. And once again, he's going to figure out how he's holding it. He's going to hold the same on both sides. We're going to make a mark on this one at 36 inches. Okay, so you don't forget, this one was 36. This one was 47. Now we're going to come down lower to give us a bigger window, if you will. We're going to mark this one at 29. All right, let's go back to that outside one now. Okay, we're all the way back on the outside. That's pretty straight. That's going to be a hard mark. We're going to take it up in here somewhere. Let's go with 43. Okay, so that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 good marks. Now we're going to get it off the other side. Start on that outside corner. Come up here, we know it's 47, that's what we marked. Get our pencil line on there. Draw it down a little squiggly one there. All right, here's 36. That would have been to the inside one. There we go.
Right there.
Right there. $36. Okay, now 43 to the outside. Right there. Down here on the bottom, this would be the inside at 29 inches. And you see I wrote all them numbers down there because that's a lot to try to remember. Especially for an old guy like me. I can hardly remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. Mark that one again. It didn't get so dark. There we go. Okay, so now we got our 4 marks, and you can see this line here, and this was off the top of the boat. So it's actually, it looks like about a 1/2 inch difference, quarter of an inch, that's not bad. But you know what? The motor don't care what the top of the boat's doing. The motor cares what the bottom of the boat's doing. We want this boat to ride true with the water. So now we're gonna mark this line down.
Popular.
Telephone. Oh, I don't quite line up. Wow. Just that one's off. We got 3 good ones. Okay. That one was the only one that's off. We'll double check that. 36, 36. That would have been from this corner.
Yep.
All right, you can see we got this one's true, this one's true, this one's true. This one came off a little bit, and that was 36 inches. That would have been from the inside strake. We're gonna double check that one again, different measurement, just because. I got 3 out of 4, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So when they built this boat, and their mold isn't exactly perfect is what I'm seeing here. We're on our inside marks, we're a 1/2 inch off from our outside marks. So, I don't know, we can split the difference, would be all of a 1/16 of an inch, or we cannot worry about it. We'll worry about that when we get there. All right, now we've got our vertical line. We're gonna come off of that and get our horizontal line for our engine cutout for the transom height. Where was that? Good, you got it?
Yep.
I got that other line. Probably the same one. All right, let's measure the other direction. This should work out. Let your hand go down some.
Yeah.
Hold it. More up. Right there.
Yep.
Got it?
Yep.
All right, check to make sure that's straight all the way across. It should be.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good. Okay, so we found center. We got our transom height all the way across. Now I just got to think about it for a minute and decide whether I'm going to cut this on an angle or straight down. I'm thinking an angle, but give me a couple minutes.
We're rolling.
All right, it's time. We are cutting out the back of the boat. We're obviously taking 90 degrees off the top. We decided to come in on a little bit of an angle. We came in 3 inches from square, and then obviously across and up the other side. But the first cut, right across the top cap. And whenever you're cutting fiberglass with a skill saw or whatever, it goes everywhere. Suit up. Safety first. There we go. No turning back now. Hey Don, can you fix my boat? Woo. All right, we got to cut out. I got to cut 2 corners in there to pull that top cap off. Okay, it's official. It's an outboard boat now. All right, let me clean this mess up. I'll be back.